long-term money management strategy, first part. So let's say the golden rule which I use and what really helps me several years be able to stay in a profit also from a long-term perspective playing online roulette is then I in general take 10 deposits, and my aim is to turn minimum 6 or 7 these deposits to 100% profit or more. I will explain you details later on, but in general this is the golden rule. So for example, what I mentioned here, you can take like 4,000 bucks or euro, and also you can take a lower, let's say, amount based of course on your options which you have, financial situation. It's up to you, but in general if you take $4,000, you split it to 10 times to 400, so you have 10 times $400, like 10 deposits, and at least this 6 deposits, 400, you have to turn to 800 and or more ideally. So this is definitely doable. I am doing them continuously. Time to time it's tough session or situation that's quite alright and normal, but with my systems and money management and apps I can really turn at least 6 deposits out of 10 to 100% profit or more, and therefore it keeps me profitable from a long-term perspective. So step-by-step explanation about this money management. First step is then, let's say you deposit your first deposit out of 10 $400 to a fair and trustful online casino. What I can recommend to you from my own experience, most of the time I'm playing in Casino Club, PokerStars or Bwin casinos. And the second step is always play the well-tested apps and strategies. This is really important. Do not use something what you have not experienced with, or maybe you skip the testing, you just take something what you found either on internet or somewhere else and just trying to play with it. Simply don't do that. First go through the app, understand everything what is happening in the app and how it is working, and find the best sweet spot for you. What kind of settings are the, let's say, the most beneficial, most reliable from your point of view. Of course, very soon I will share with you my system and how do I use my latest app, Coral app. The target is like the next step. Then once you reach $800, which means 100% profit, then in most of the cases I make a withdrawal. I withdraw the whole amount and start with a new fresh deposit. This is what I do. In case then, for example, already what you played 3-4 times and with these 4 last deposits you are able to create 100% profit, you didn't lose them, and maybe if you are playing with the 5th deposit you can try play a little bit further. For example, you are again reaching $800, but you do not stop, you continue playing and you try to turn it to much more than, for example, 800. But as I said, I recommend to do that mostly in case then you had several successful sessions in a row before this one. So, and another advice is then you should definitely set up a stop loss. What does it mean? For example, you decided and then you will not make a withdrawal once you reach 800 and you are going to 1300 or 1500, and then you should set up your stop loss like a minimum 800 or more. For example, once you would reach $1,500, you should set up your stop loss to 1000, and once you are going back because of drawdown on unsuccessful session to 1000, stop playing and withdraw the whole amount, $1,000. This is really something what I repeat again. What you can do, you can use your stop loss like first stop loss 800 if you going up with your bankroll, then move it to 1000 and so on. This is so-called trailing stop loss. If you go up, this is quite alright, let's do it, no problem. But once you set up your stop loss, for example 800 or 1000, do not move it back. I mean, you are going to 1000, so you are saying, okay, I will move it to 600 and continue playing. Don't do that. Once you set up your stop loss, keep it and make a withdrawal once you would touch that. The last part of this long-term money management is then, in case then currently you are not able to turn your minimum 6 deposits out of 10 to 100% profit or more, consider something like that. Maybe evaluate again the app or system which you are using, maybe use a different app or system. And of course, as I said, you are not pushed to always use my apps which I present in this webinar, so you can always use any app or whatever system you find on internet, because what is the most important thing is then the system or app suits you the best. Simply you feel confident, you feel fine using this system, you understand the features and functionalities, and this is the most important thing. And again, run tests, try the different settings and set up maybe money management rules. Do not using maybe 20 spins or 30 spins, maybe something else. All of this is, of course, it's up to you to try out. And maybe also change a casino if you are not successful in one, try another one. It's all possible, can happen. So this is overall my long-term money management strategy, and at the end of the webinar I will summarize everything for you, then you are not lost and you understand overall the general picture. The next one is then what kind of online roulette systems or strategy I use mostly and currently nowadays.